You had to be an idiot to think the Jets could lose this game at the Meadowlands. But Marino will not be outdone. Marino, shotgun. As Tom told you on game day to look for it. Mark Ingram makes the catch, takes it away from James Hasty. Then Marino, he likes that jingle, doesn't he? Marino to Ingram. Good coverage by Aaron Glenn, Tommy, but 17 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, Marino does a great job here of throwing this ball on a flat line. And if you're the defender and you don't get your head back and see the ball, odds are you're never going to knock it down. Then Miami decides to go for two. You're going to see Irving Fryer on the same route, shorter. Signals behind him. I imagine throw the ball short and behind me. I'll read it. The DB will never have a play on it. Marino makes the throw and Fryer with a great grab.
So it's 24-14, though. Don Shula still needs some points. Boomer Esiason looks for more. Play action. It had been so good for him. But number 23, Troy Vincent, steps in front of the West Bay receiver. He's got a convoy, and Miami in business. That eventually leads to Marino. Lead him up to the 28-yard line of the Jets. Roll out. Mo Lewis started to rush. Good block there. Touchdown to Mark Ingram. Third TD of the game. 24-21, Miami within 3. Then watch this series by the Jets. It's unbelievable. Tim Bowens. Are they going to gamble with him in the draft? Boy, he's been a great play. Forces a fumble. Richie Anderson falls on it. Then Tim Bowens up the middle. Forces a fumble. Jets recover. Another play. Forces a fumble. Jets recover. Then on the punt, O.J. McDuffie. Hit by Glenn Contreras. Another fumble. 4 straight fumbles recovered by the Jets. It's amazing. But Prosperity just sit on it. They can't. J.B. Brown, as Boomer throws in a double coverage, gives the Dolphins another chance. And you give Marino another chance, ask the Vikings. He'll nail you. 18 yards over the middle. Irving Fryer slices through the defense. 2 plays later, Nelly to Keith Jackson. They did a good job on him today, but he's up to midfield, under 2 minutes to go. Marino, then, feels it. His biggest guy today, Mark Ingram. Right flat. Ingram spins. Avoids 2 tacklers, looking for out of bounds, can't quite get there. It's under a minute, go tick, 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 tick. Second and 1 at the 18. Marino, Ingram, down to the 7. 37 seconds. Now, does he spike it? He's saying, we're going to spike it. No, he fakes everybody. Look at the line fake. It's a touchdown to Ingram. One of the oldest plays in the look. Watch this, Tom. Get down. I'm just going to throw the ball down. Don't worry about it. Watch the offensive eye. We're just throwing it down. We're not really blocking. Or are we? Trickery, touchdown, victory. Dan Marino. You've seen him do things like this before, but you've never seen him do quite that. 29th career fourth quarter comeback, 5 now against the Jets, who are shell-shocked, who had a chance to be in first place this late in the season for the first time since '86. Instead, they're 2 back of Miami. Afterwards, Marino talked about the winning play.
Well, I was gonna try to stop the clock, and I saw that Mark had man coverage out there, and I just gave him a signal, and he ran a quick takeoff, and I threw it to him, and it worked. And it's first down, and we had time, so we figured I'd take a shot at it, and it worked for a touchdown.
Hey, folks, let's talk some NFL football picks. We're here to kind of recap Week 8 and talk about Week 9. First up, last week I made an observation at the end of the video that I'd only picked 2 visiting teams to win, and I was pretty on the money as far as it being a heavy home weekend. I went 13-2, that brought my overall total to 77-44-1. This week is a little more scattered as usual, but and I've got some picks in here. This could be a big week for me or not. We'll see. So on Thursday night, the 49ers and Cardinals played. I had the 49ers picked. They did win. But the Cardinals gave them a much better game than I think a lot of people expected. A closer game than what I expected. I expected the 49ers to handle them relatively easy, but it was a close game. So let's go ahead and get into the early games. All right, first up we got Texans at Jaguars. I will not lie. I like Gardner Minshew. I want to buy into the legend as much as I can, but the Texans, man, they look tough. They look tough. So I am not going to pick the Jaguars this week. I'm going with the Texans instead. I just think there are too many weapons there. They're a little farther along than the Jaguars are as a team. Bears at Eagles. Man, the Bears can play, but they just look so bad at quarterback. Trubisky is not the guy. So, the Eagles. I don't know I don't know where to go with the Eagles. Some weeks they look good, some weeks they look terrible. But they did show up against a Bills team that I think are pretty good, and they showed out. They were one of the teams that cost me a loss last week. So let's go with the Eagles. I like Wentz better than Trubisky all day long. So next, Vikings at Chiefs. Chiefs stuck in there with the Packers. I think another week in the system. And now this is assuming that Mahomes doesn't play this week. I don't think he should play. Go with Matt Moore. I know the Vikings are a tough team. They play really good defense. Getting more production out of the offense, especially the quarterback, than I thought that they would be. Getting good running team. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I think Matt Moore can get them a win here if they stick with them. If Mahomes plays, well, it would just depend on how well he could play. I really wouldn't. I'd sit the kid. You're not gonna win or lose the season this week. So, anyways, I am still picking the Chiefs. Colts at Steelers. I'm just not buying into the Steelers anymore. Decent team, but this Colts team's really good, and I think the Colts can take them on the road. Dolphins came in and gave them a scare last week. I think the Colts could beat them. The Colts are much better than Dolphins. So anyway, I'm going with the Colts over the Steelers. Jets at Dolphins. Wow, what can you say about these two teams? Won one game between the two of them, but you know what? I like the way the Dolphins are playing under Flores, even though they haven't won. When management has put you in obvious tank mode, and so you're playing with. I mean, they just traded. We had traded away Kenyon Drake, one of our few good running backs. So he's really working at a deficit, but they play hard for him. Now, I think part of the problem is that they can't sustain it for 60 minutes because I think talent-wise they just don't have the depth. But I think this could be the week. I'm picking the Dolphins. Dolphins over the Jets this week. Redskins at Bills. Oh, yeah, Bills. The Bills have not been playing the last couple weeks the way I think they're capable. I think the Redskins give them an opportunity to kind of fix some of the things that are broke. It's in Buffalo. Redskins are terrible. Yeah, it's time to fix some of the things that need fixing in Buffalo. And this team can still make the playoffs, I believe. Titans at Panthers. Two incredibly even teams as far as I think the Panthers are 4-3 and the Titans are 4-4. Both have suspect offensive lines. Both have good pass rushes. I just think the Titans, with Tannehill at quarterback, have shown a little bit more life, more of a spark. I like the Titans here. Not by much, but I do like the Titans here over the Panthers. Lions at Raiders. I think the Lions, I'm taking the Lions. I really believe in Matt Stafford. Good quarterback. I'd take him in a heartbeat. Tough kid. Going up against the Raiders, an improved team, but I just like the Lions. They have a lot of good offensive weapons. Time to shine a little bit. Hopefully they get some decent calls this week. Buccaneers at Seahawks. Yeah, Seahawks all day long. This is a good team. This is going to be a team that makes some noise in the playoffs, I believe. Just a good, solid team. Packers at Chargers. Going with the Pack. Yeah, I know it's in San Diego, but the Packers, to me, are a team on the upswing. Rodgers is looking better and better every week. Chargers, yeah, they were the other team that cost me last week because I picked against them, but yeah, I'm sure they're not going to keep beating the odds. Next up, Browns at Broncos. Okay, this may be a little bit of a surprise pick, but I'm picking the Broncos over the Browns. The Browns haven't shown anything. They got to show something. They got to be able to play some offense. Why they can't, why he's slumping so hard is kind of a mystery to me because he's got weapons. Jarvis Landry is a good wide receiver. So is Odell Beckham. So why are they struggling so much on offense? Nick Chubb at running back. There are weapons on that offense. What was the problem? But I think the Broncos play solid defense. I like Phillip Lindsay. I don't like Flacco. But any given week, he can show up and have a decent game. I think he's high risk, low reward. But playing at home, if he plays a good conservative game, I think the Broncos win. Patriots at Ravens on Sunday night. This is a lot of people calling this the game of the week. I probably would not disagree. And all right, now here's where I'm picking the Ravens. Maybe that's just haterade on my part, but I think the Ravens present probably one of the most unique one of the most unique opponents that the Patriots have faced. They're good. They've got an offense that really is unique in that it's centered around, Lamar Jackson's skill set. And that means him running the ball, and he does it quite well. I still am not crazy about running quarterbacks, but this offense, to me, looks like it's not a run-first offense, that he's looking downfield, that he's able to throw different types of passes. I just think that if this is the game that could trip the Patriots up. And I think it will. Ravens tonight over the Patriots. Cowboys at Giants. Yeah, I'm not excited about this at all. I'm picking the Cowboys. Hate the Cowboys. Bore me to tears. The only thing that bores me more than the Cowboys are the Giants. yeah, I won't watch this game. But I'm picking the Cowboys, and those are my picks for this week. Yeah, leave me a comment if you think I'm out of my mind, or feel free to tell me. I don't care. I just want some good conversation. We'll let you go, and we'll see you next week.